like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Highland, along with my parents and everyone else involved in bringing this day together. Suzanne, you look spectacular tonight. And you guys don't know how hard it is to look this good with my father cooking one floor above you. Ricky, well, I'm just glad you showered for the occasion. A kid, of course. Rick, you look like a new man. I would never think that this is the person that I grew up with. Based on your steady diet of mayonnaise sandwiches, your huge curly afro, and your propensity for giving me dead arms, I would have guessed that you would have been a combination of the Three Stooges. It's good to see you looking your best, considering your humble beginnings. You weren't the sharpest tool in the shed back then. Remember that time you challenged Creed to a race on your bike? First one to the brick wall at school wins. There's a reason no race ends in a finishing wall. You hit the wall at full speed on your bike. And the real winner was me, because I got to call it a draw and watch. And Creed, I don't know where you're sitting, but you hit the wall just as hard, so don't laugh. Trouble always seemed to follow you around everywhere you went. Either an adult was yelling at you, like a teacher, mom, or you were getting into fights with other kids. But it wasn't all your fault. They did come up with a nickname for you, of Ricky Retardo. You couldn't let that slide. But I can't even be mad at that, because that's really clever for a second grader. Bardo, you can put that on your list of nicknames.
I got it!
And you didn't make the situation better when you won the lead role of Scarecrow in Wizard of Oz. You got to sing If I Only Had a Brain. It was as if the role had been written for you. But you always stood up for yourself. You never let anybody walk all over you. And people respect that. And over time, more and more people got to know what a great guy you were. Eventually, you gained a reputation for the life of the party. One time you threw a party that was overflowing in our yard. 90% of the people, nobody even knew who they were. At the end of the night, you wanted to get everybody to leave, and nobody was listening. It took you a machete to get people to notice. You started cutting the lines of the tarp that everybody was standing under, and they all went scurrying away. It was the best night ever. There were times when the party animal in you got a bit too wild. You had some stumbles as a young man. And, you know, mistakes are what you learn from. They make you a better person. And you face them head on, and you're a better man for it. Any worries I had were they soon went away once you met Suzanne. She lit a fire in you that started a chain reaction and turned you into a different person. You're a more capable and determined man than I've ever known. You guys have weathered a few storms together, some literal, Superstorm Stan. Irene, well, we all forget about Irene now. We also came through on the positive side of the economic crisis. And I'm positive any obstacle that life throws in your way, you guys will be able to overcome. You'll always have me. I'll help you any way I can, anytime you need me. So I'd like everybody to raise their glass for a toast. To the bride.
Mine. That's mine.
Cheers.